Hey everyone, Jeff here, and welcome to another Elder Scrolls Legends gameplay video. Today we are going to finish episode 6 and the Return to Clockwork City expansion, Heart of the City. And the first part of episode 6, we actually teched two specific decks for matchups. It was both of these matchups. We teched a Shout deck and then we teched an ETB deck. And this one we completely dominated. This one we got ridiculously lucky and somehow won, although I never in a million years saw it happening based on how we did. I'm not actually sure how we survived that game. I didn't go back and watch the video yet, so that still needs to happen, but I'm sure when I watch it, I'm just going to be watching thinking, I know I won, but I don't even know how it happened. So this third one, we may get
as the hero crossed through the portal,
another deck tech.
They found they had walked into the middle of a deadly clash between the Imperial Legion and the Stormcloak Rebellion.
Sure, skirmish. I don't know. Should we just play our Dagoth enter the battlefield jank again to maybe do the deck justice? Sure, why not? I actually don't know what this match effect is. I didn't quite understand. Like, I understand the concept of creatures fighting other creatures, but I don't... Stormcloaks? Okay. I'm sorry? What now is this? So this is choose an enemy creature to battle a random enemy creature in the other lane, and then deal 1 damage to all creatures in a lane, and then give a creature a ward. Okay. Well, we're going to keep this because it looks great. Okay. So we will do choose an enemy creature to battle a random enemy creature in the other lane. Okay. That seems fine. We'll firebolt one of those, because then next turn we can have them fight again, and... Or maybe we just deal 1 damage to all the creatures here, and then we only take 3. Yep, that seems great. And let's move on.
My sword is yours.
Yep, perfect.
My sword is
all right.
yours.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Yes, definitely the correct ordering to do all of those things. Now, normally I would play, you know, Thieves Guild Recruit first or whatever, but in this case, we wanted to...
What have we here?
Sure, Triumphant Jarl. Never in a million years triggering that. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we're going to take. Alright, you're going to give me another card. Sure.
Kill them all. Halt.
I don't think we have any prophecies, though. We have so many summon effects, we don't have any prophecies. Yeah. And, just like that, maybe we stabilized?
The Dark Brotherhood is a pox.
Nope. Nope, I lied. And this is immune to lethal, so that's an actual real problem. So we give this ward, deal 1 damage to everything. Sure. Now we need to Sanctuary Pet that again. Alright. We can't be taking 6.
For some bloodshed.
Yeah, this is fine, actually. Wait a minute. Hold on a second now. Seems like this is a thing. Will they mill themselves? No. They do not mill themselves. Alright, so now we can just draw a bunch of cards. Could have played Clockwork Dragon here, but I don't see a need to do that just yet. I want to draw through my deck, see what other options I have. Besides, we may want Clockwork Dragon here to guard something, potentially, because we don't have, and like our life total isn't in danger that we need the life. So I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll actually put this here as a guard and then give it ward. See, this is why we waited, because otherwise our opponent can just get through this shadow lane way too easy. What's this? Alright, we don't need to do that right now.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Okay.
My sword is yours.
Yep, so that becomes a 3-2. I'm sorry, a 4-2. Right. Wait a minute. At the end of your turn, if a creature died this turn, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Oh, crap.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot about some really, really, really unfortunate cards that were in my hand. Might as well do that. We need to kill this, so let's Earthbone Spinner it and kill it. Alright, and now maybe we start trying to win here. Like we can do a bit of damage maybe.
My scales move in shadow.
Give my opponent 1 card this turn. Ward Crafter this again. Sure. I feel like I got a little lazy with the narrative this video, I'm not gonna lie. This has been kind of straightforward. Alright, we take 2 more damage from this stupid Stormcloak camp, that's fine. Like, none of this is actually a problem. Oh god. Oh, we did this to ourselves. Ward this again. Like, all of that is really totally fine. We can Triumphant Jarl, but we don't need to. We have so many cards. Maybe we just Rift and Pickpocket for shits and giggles. Attack for 1,000,000. It's too bad this wasn't creature or player. There's no actual way that we can win here, right? Like, we don't have... No, none of this matters.
My scales move in shadow. My scales move in shadow.
Sure.
Holding on to anything interesting?
Oh god, would that have done it this turn? We're obviously taking the hilarious card. See, this is why you draw first. If I had drawn first, I would have won that turn. This is why you do it. For everyone watching and wondering, shouldn't you be drawing first, Jeff? Yeah, I should have been drawing first, because I would have won that turn. I mean, I'm still going to win this game, but just generally speaking, it would have been that turn. And now, I have to wait another turn to win. And that was my own fault, because I could have won that turn. Let's do it with Tazcat. Alright, so thoughts on that match. I misplayed real hard. When I started out this video series in the Forgotten Hero, I analyzed every single game, like, play that I made, because I was brand new to the game. I didn't know what the best play was. I didn't know what the best line was. Now I realize that I'm a month into playing the game and I'm starting to see the best play and the best line, or I just know that I'm in a commanding position. I'm getting a little bit lazy with my play, and I apologize to everyone watching, because I don't think you came here for lazy plays. I think you came here for good plays, so that's totally on me. Phalanx Exemplar is a great card. This is another one, so maybe they just saved all the good cards for the end. We got Barrowstalker, then we got Phalanx Exemplar. This card is very, very, very good. 5 for a 5/6 guard. It doesn't die to Lightning Bolt, which is huge. You need some combination of Lightning Bolt and Firebolt. You need, like 2 damage spells at a minimum to remove this. It eats at least, 2, maybe 3 of your opponent's creatures in a trade. Using a javelin on a 5/6 with guard feels kind of bad, but sometimes you just have to. Bottom line, for just an uncommon, this card is very good.
Once the hero had escaped the melee, they found a cleverly hidden cavern. Deep within lay Sothosil's rendition of the mighty hammer, Sunder.
Alright.
That's the last of the tools. Now let's go find Mechinar and destroy the heart.
I'm with it.
You can't destroy it. I believe its power is what has allowed our crops to grow, our machinery to run. There must be another way. Perhaps you can use the heart instead.
I doubt it. But come. Mechinar must be in the chamber of Lorkhan.
Alright, is this going to be the final battle? No, there's like a bunch of stuff still.
I thought you might come. I've prepared a surprise for you. For years I have modified the living. But with my newfound power, I have found the dead just as malleable.
Mechinar's will must be obeyed. Prepare to be destroyed.
Is that? Oh my god. Oh, swims at night. Alright. Should we do the same thing? You know what? I built a werewolf deck strictly for the purpose of completing a daily goal of transforming werewolves. But you know what? It was kind of fun to play. It was bad. Don't get me wrong. Oh my god, it was so bad. I actually think I won like 2 or 3 games with it. This might actually be a super hard match. I'm going to play maybe the weakest deck that I have in it. And I'm going to try not to make lazy plays. Like I did last game. Because last game we just ran away with it. But we're going to try to actually play... Alright. Okay. Yep, this is already bad. Don't want those. We'll keep Rapid Shot. These cards are pretty good. Alright. Alright. So, same things. Move a friendly or enemy creature. Deal 1 damage to all creatures in a lane. Give a creature ward. And our opponent starts... He starts with 13 power on board. Really? I'm going to do this so that next turn we can shift that over and kill all 4 of those things. And, wait a minute, what? Oh, crap. Wait, how are you supposed to beat this map? Like, I understand I didn't pick the best deck for this. I don't have any guards. I don't have any... But... What? Now I'm going to take 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9? Like, I'm on a 2-turn clock, and it's turn 2. How am I supposed to beat this? I guess I just have to put a deck together with a bunch of guards? I'm just going to play this to mitigate some damage. Oh, I should have put a guard there. I should put a guard there. Yep. I mean a ward. That doesn't matter anyway, I don't think, but still, that is, oh my god.
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
Alright, yep, that's good. So now it's a 3-4. Yeah, wow. Okay, so...
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Do I even survive this turn? Attack. Yeah, that's fine. I do survive this turn. Okay.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is I mean, I don't know why I'm even doing this. I just lose. Like, hold on a second. Yeah, like, concede. Oh my god, wow. What was I thinking even trying this match with this deck once I saw what it was? So I need to play stuff with guard. I need to play guards. I need to play cheap guards. I need to play a lot of them in order to stabilize here. I don't see a way to do this. Like, I can't race that, so it needs to just be guards, 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 guards. Play, yes, play. Let's do this. Okay, new deck. Let's literally play anything with guard that I have. I'm gonna have to go through and delete some of these decks, but guard. All right, we're doing it. What's good in terms of Hive Defender? Let's start with probably the best guard that we've got. Okay, Kvatch Soldier, 2-drop guard. Love it. 0-drop guard, maybe. Give a creature guard. Guard, put a random guard into your hand. Sure. This one gives us life, yes. These are excellent, sure. This hopefully will always trigger. The Tiger. Like, unbelievable. Purple has some guards I want, like this new Barrow Stalker card. And also Dark Guardian. And guard. Give a creature my hand guard. Am I going overkill here? Midnight Sweep seems alright. Preserve the Root seems great. Rising of Bones. There we go. We've got 3 of those. We're getting value out of it now. Nogweave. Sure. What else is there? Should I just literally stack the board with guard creatures? We need 2 drops, not 4 drops. Stand watch. Sure. This doesn't seem great, actually. Okay. Alright. I depleted the guard usefulness that I have here. I mean, red Barded Guar seems alright, but it doesn't seem like what we want to be doing. Maybe Clockwork Dragon? A 5-drop spot? Nah, we need 2 drops. We need plays, is what we need. We need plays. Broom was excellent. That'll help us gain some life. We need 3 drops now. Grizzly Gourmet might be good. What other 3 drops do we have? Spells for summoning doesn't seem great. This could probably just kill stuff. Crushing Blow. Is this deck good or is it trash? Looks like it might just be trash. I don't... Yeah, let's just run this. Yep. Are there any 1-drops we want in any of these colors? Execute seems alright, actually. Yep. Alright, so we need 2 more. It may be just like lethal creatures that we can take out whatever. Sure, done. Oh my god. Alright, is this the right strategy here? I have no idea. I went a little nutty with guards. Yes. Okay. Alright, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Keep hand. This is fine. Yep. Okay, so we want to... Move that. Do that. Next. It's going to heal one. That's fine. Okay. Alright. This is fine. So now we go. Kill a bunch of stuff. Drop a Barrow Stalker. Give it ward. Move that. Perfect. Yep. Oh my god. And they got the 3-drop. And they got the 0 cost card. But this is actually fine. Because now we can... Right, this is fine because we can just deal 1 damage to all those. Sure. And then we can... put this here and move that creature over. And then we can give this ward. Okay. So I think that this is going much better. Of course. Sure. That's actually fine. Because we can do this. Actually, what we could do is... No, we don't want to give it a ward because then we attack, we deal 1 damage, it dies anyway. That wastes the ward. So we do this. 1 damage to everything here. Hive Defender. Ward. Pass. And then all of a sudden this match went from extremely difficult to extremely easy. Sort of just like that. Yeah, more guards. Maybe I went a little OP with the guards. Yep. Sure. Barrows. You know what? Let's play Bruma.
There's a plan.
And then Dark Guardian. And we will, we want this to be at full health, so we'll do this, so this has to trade here. Sure. Okay. That doesn't trigger. Everything about that is bad. I mean, for our opponent, obviously. Alright, this is great. Now we get to go face for 1 million. And play another Bruma.
There's always a plan.
And play another Hive Defender. And by 1 million, I mean we go face for 3. Then we do this, and we pass. And next turn, I think we start to get to killing our opponent. Oh, Guard and Ward. Risen Abomination. Wow. How about that? That is tremendously great for my opponent. So we can do some stuff like this, right? We can do this. We can do this. Move a friendly or enemy creature. We can move this over there.
You won't foil my plan.
We can do this. Drop Nahagleave. Give this a ward again. Okay.
What have we here?
That's fine. I'm not worried about Thieves Guild Recruit. I mean, it draws a card. Silence a creature. Okay. Drain is a problem. Drain is a problem. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have lethal if our opponent does not hit a prophecy.
You won't foil my plan. You won't foil my plan.
Alright. Swims at night. I'm sorry we had to do it to you, bud. So that was really easy once we just teched against the onslaught, like we stabilized and won. Yeah. Clockwork Scorpion, another card that I think is excellent. So look at that. Maybe there are actually like 3 or 4 really playable cards out of this whole set. And Excavate, a card which I've never seen actually played. But, you know, there is a support synergy in this game, and I would love to know if that's a viable strategy, just to actually play supports and try to outvalue your opponent with things like Goldbrand, Orb of Vermina. There's other creatures that give supports like unlimited uses and stuff like that. Like, it's probably near impossible to get them to actually stick and to play a support-based deck. Plus, there's also just not a lot of supports in general. So if you're playing like even a 50-card deck and there's only like 3 or 4 really good supports that you're chasing after, oh my god, College of Winterhold. All I need is College of Winterhold, and I could run those 3 supports in a deck with these Excavates and try to get insane value. Something to think about. Clockwork Scorpion, however, seems really good.
Mechanar must answer for this. This abomination. It's time to finish this.
Come then, and meet your doom.
Okay.
Now, use the tools to harness the heart's power. Fight Mechanar as a fellow god.
No, I can feel the heart's energy. It's too unstable. There's every chance you'll be overwhelmed. And if you fall, Mechanar will still have his power.
Those are the risks we have to take. Without the heart, my people will die.
Swims at Night would have left it up to you. So what's it to be?
Alright, let's read these options here. Battle of the Gods. You have infinite magicka, and your hand refills every turn. Or Mere Mortals. Creatures in each player's hand and deck start the game as 1-cost 1/1s. Like, this is... Either one of these options is really cool. In Battle of the Gods, we would tech a deck that is just, you know, massive, massive OP creatures, and who cares? But the problem with Battle of the Gods is I don't have a lot of creatures like that. Like, I don't have super great high-end creatures. Or Mere Mortals is creatures in each player's hand and deck start the game as 1-cost 1/1. So basically, you just need to outvalue. I think we need to use the heart, first of all. And then we need to build a deck that takes advantage of the fact that we just need to take advantage of it. So let's just start with stuff I know is really great, like 7+. Come on now, Ancano, Laneth, even the Expert Atromancer just puts power on the board, right? Here we're gonna run Marak. Manticore, even though it sucks balls now. Clockwork Apostle, because it buffs something. Temple Patriarch, then we would have access to high-cost purple shit. Sure. Absolutely. Oh, Gravesinger? Oh, we're doing it. Swamp Leviathan? Why not? Iron Scale Dragon? Sure. I don't know if this is how this is supposed to work, actually. Awakened Imperfect, we're doing it. Dwarven Colossus, Parthenax, Alduin. Does Alduin work? Is that how this works? Alright, what do we have? We have 29 cards, and all of them are 7+. Now what? Like, where do I go from here? Destroy an enemy creature. Sure. 6 cost? Is that what's next? We just go to 6? We load up on our 6s and then go to whatever. This doesn't matter here. This doesn't matter here. High King Emmerich, sure, absolutely. Orb? Like, because he most likely will be playing just great stuff. Alright, so now we need to get some ward synergy for High King Emmerich. I mean, those are just good cards anyway. So what do we have here? I mean, Warcrafter actually is still just a great card because And maybe we'll play one Corrupted Shade. I have no idea what I'm doing, everyone. Just so you know, while you're watching this, I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. One thing I can tell you we're doing is playing Edict of Azura. We will also be playing Piercing Javelin. Because we're going to need... Oh, Black Dragon is good. Good thing we found that. Where's Piercing Javelin? Oh yeah, we'll play some Piercing Javelin. Let's also play Lightning Bolt, right? Could we... Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we're doing it. Alright, so let's just look through legendaries to see what we have in the legendary options. None of those are good. Oh, Galen's good. We want that. We definitely want that. This is a bit slow, I think, for what we're trying to do. Yeah, this is fine. So... I guess then Epics is what we do next. All of our blue epics are pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Even our yellow epics are pretty bad. What do we have in purple? Ooh, Hallow Death Priest is really good in this match. Yes. Shadowfin Priest might also be good. Alright. I mean, this also could be good just to... Clockwork Dragon. Yeah, we're doing it. Okay. Rares? Sure. I mean, Shrieking Harpy probably will be good here because it shackles one of my opponent's mega threats. Oh yeah, we're totally stealing creatures from our opponent because they're going to be awesome. We only have one of these, but I think we're doing it. Hive Defender, whereas this normally would, I think, just be an automatic for inclusion, probably our opponent is just going to be playing such big, threatening stuff that it's not actually going to be that good. I think we will run this Phalanx Exemplar, though. That seems good. That seems good enough to run. Yeah, that'll be fun. And now we need 3 more cards. 3 more cards. Alright, common. I may have completely misunderstood this match. I may have completely misunderstood this match. I may be... Like, Conjuration Scholar, I think, would probably be quite good. Or maybe we just do play Shocking Wamisu. Because, hey, why not? I really want to get some Rally going in a deck, but I just do not have Rally cards. Like, I don't have the cards to support it. So it seems a bit silly to do that. I also don't have really great legendaries. Like, it's kind of shameful how few I do have, isn't it? Like, look at this. Let's go to legendaries real fast and just look at how many I don't have that I could play. I could be playing Sotha Sil. I could be playing... Oh, we don't even need... Daggerfall Mage, by the way, is a bomb. If I had 3 of these, I would play them in every blue deck. So we could be playing 3 Daggerfall Mage in every blue deck. We could be playing Sotha Sil in this deck. 3 Supreme Atromancers, obviously. Lydia, Vivek. Undying Dragon would obviously go in this build. Dawn's Wrath to wipe out one of my enemy's lanes. For sure. For sure. Amalexia. 100%. Skeletal Dragon, 100%. Blood Magic Lord, 100%. Iron, 100%. Whatever this is. Choose... I'm not even reading it right now. I need 3 more cards. God. Alright. That little rant brought to you by me not having any legendaries. Yeah, let's just run that Conjuration Scholar, I guess, because... Seems good. There we go. Tribunal. So we call this God deck. And if this doesn't work how I think it works, it's going to be supremely embarrassing. But if it does work how I think it works, then we are in for probably the most exciting match of our lives. Until I have better cards and can do it again with better cards. Okay. Yeah. I don't think we want Shadowfin Priest, though. At the start of each, they refill their hands to 4 cards. So we don't want Piercing Javelin either. Mantiquora did get mega nerfed, but it's good, so... Sure.
You think yourself my equal now? Pathetic. You cannot hope to match my genius.
You can barely contain the heart's energy. Be careful, or it will destroy you and this entire chamber.
Well, we're going to steal one of our opponent's insane cards. Oh my god, they're not playing good stuff. I guess this, just because, yeah. Alright, Dwarven Centurion, Dwarven Colossus, Swamp Leviathan, pass. And a good old 3-5. Regenerate, that's good. I mean, if it survives, that'll be awesome. Yep, let's do 11 damage and 6 more damage on turn 2. Oh, we went up to 102. Isn't that cute? Alright, what do we got? Spell Sword Summoning? Yeah, let's roll the dice and have some fun with this. What was this? Gain 2 health. That was worth it. Yeah, we'll put a guard here, and then we'll Sanctuary Raid. No, we want to do this. But we don't want to do that. And then we want to kill this to make sure that all of our stuff survives and pass a turn. Oh my god, another one of those. Well, I mean, all this stuff will survive because of that. And look at that, my opponent has the same idea that I had. Same idea that I had. Now we need a way to kill that. Alright. Yep. So, we're all running the same cards. Do I want this? I mean, like, I don't think so. I actually don't think I do. But maybe I do. Because it would buff one of these and I can take out this 5. Yeah, I guess I do. Alright. Shadowfin Priest is great. Shrieking Harpy is good. Yeah, so we just go like this. Sure. And then we go... We're gonna Shrieking Harpy that down 100%. Yep.
So much work yet to do.
And then Harpy down. This bad boy. Yeah. Oh, he says Fusroda. That's awesome. I've never actually attacked with him because he's never had any power before. Oh, Bone Colossus is good. Looks like we found a Shadowfin Priest target, ladies and gents. Like, our opponent might out-God mode us because they might just, like, our card selection might just not be that good. Yeah. See, this is a problem. Okay. Yep, this is a problem. Ooh, that's actually really good. We will keep that. We want that. to destroy this 11-11. Hallow Death Priest hits nothing, but Manticore is really good here. So we go. Manticora that. Edict this. Shadowfin Priest. We need to Shadowfin Priest that, obviously. Hallow Death Priest we know is a dead card because that's an action. And honestly, I should have thought about that. Like, whatever creatures he has, he's going to play out. So when I said, oh, Hallow Death Priest is going to be a boss in this matchup, what I really meant was, I forgot. So, Shadowfin Priest, we'll get rid of that. Shadowfin Priest, that dude. Attack like this. Attack like this. Fushada. Indeed. We need this to...
I've no time for this.
God, that needs to happen. This needs to happen. And then we pass? Alright. That's pretty good, actually. Sacrifice the 1/1 to do it again. Do you need to sacrifice a creature to do that a second time? Guess not. Alright. So, we are now getting out God moded. Because, yeah, we're going to keep that 100%, keeping Awakened Imperfect. And then Shrieking Harpy is another good draw. So we go...
Mother of Mud.
like this.
I've no time for this.
Yeah. So we go Awakened Imperfect, Clockwork Dragon, Shrieking Harpy, 6 to the Dome. Alright, hopefully that Awakened Imperfect deals with this Dwarven Centurion. That's fine. Yep. Bunch of guards is annoying, but fine. Symbol Conduit also fine. And Hulking Fabricant, which is going to be an 8/8. Great. Well, we can deal with a lot of this, actually. Sure, we'll keep that. Lightning Bolt is going to turn out to be an excellent draw this turn. Because we're going to go like this. And then we're going to go Lightning Bolt. Alright, how do we want to do this? We need to use this to kill this. We need to use this to kill this. We need to use this and this to kill that. Right. This to kill this. Keep it alive. This and that. This. Fushroda. Indeed. Dwarven Colossus. Gravesinger. Pass. Alright, sweet. Okay, I think we have this game pretty much sewn up unless our opponent does something, unless Mechanar does something bonkers good. Yeah, that's going to trigger, so we need to kill it next turn. I don't think we actually can. Lethal. Cool. Yeah, we're keeping Lucian 100%. Because we're going to kill a bunch of shit this turn. Yeah. Boom. Alright. Let's do it. We have... Is this a regenerate breakthrough? I think we probably just have a win here. Let's think about this carefully. What don't we want? I don't think we want this anymore. So we can Lucian here. Attack. Get... You know what? Let's not get greedy. Let's actually try to win. Of course. That is fine. 2 prophecies. Mechanar. His prophecy game is very strong. You know what? That is fine. Okay, so now we play Lucian. And we do this. That's absolutely fine. And we do...
They will serve me in death.
We do that. And then we Clockwork Apostle win. What do we want to sacrifice? Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. That's right. Now we Clockwork Apostle.
So much work yet to do.
Oh my god, what a game. Alright, alright. I hope everyone enjoyed that. That was absolutely nutty. You know what? They should probably just do this as an event, like one of those you know, tournaments over the weekend or something. They have weekend events, just like everybody starts with 100 magic and you know, stacks their deck with the best legendaries and stuff and just goes to town playing outrageous, stupid OP games. Alright, Mechanar. We earned Mechanar's Dark Elf. Surprise, surprise, surprise. 8 for a 4/4, which is not good, but summon. Stitch together the top creature from both decks to create an Abomination and put it into your hand. So, Abomination has the highest of both costs, the stats of both combined, and the ability of your choice. So let me just use 2 cards that I'm like really familiar with. We'll use Marak. We'll use Marak and Tazcat. So it would be an 11 drop because it has the highest of both costs. It would be an 11/11 because it would be a 5/5 and a 6/6. So it would be an 11/11. And then it would either have the ability... So it would be 11 for an 11/11 that either steals a creature or has Tazgat's ability of charge, breakthrough, and then when it dies you get a 4-drop. Interesting. But it does steal a creature from your opponent, so it removes one of their creatures. So if you steal like a big threat of theirs, you just get rid of it. Not only that, but it also does put 4/4 power. The problem is this is kind of like a tempo loss, right? Like on turn 8 you play this... And if you're already behind, you stay behind, because putting a 4/4 out isn't really great. So you really need to put this really only works in a control shell, it looks like. Which is fine, that's, you know. And the Mechanical Heart. Someone used this against me. And it was annoying, because I honestly thought I had the win, and then they played this, and I didn't have the win anymore. So... But overall, is it good as something in the deck? Like, it basically is like Phyrexian Unlife, right? It just buys you more time. I mean, I don't know. I guess possibly. Possibly.
Mechanar was defeated, but the hero paid a heavy price. The energy of the heart proved too much to hold within their physical form. The hero's body disintegrated.
Oh, wow.
But the Clockwork City lived on, powered by the heart, and Galen believed that the hero's consciousness lived on there, a whisper in the still churning machinery.
So, you are saying you're lost, and we're going to die?
I'm saying sometimes our greatest deeds come when we least expect them.
Nog thinks you are lost, and we're going to die.
Alright, episode rewards. The City Savior, use the Heart of Lorkhan. Cool. So I guess there's probably a title for playing that match and not using the heart. Alright. Well, that concludes Return to Clockwork City expansion. What are my thoughts? The Frozen Path. Epic, epic, epic episode. I cannot stress that enough. All of the random action college mage missions were incredible. As well as, and I don't remember what episode they were in, but whatever episode where you had the star puzzles or whatever, it might be this one, I can't remember. There were like a handful of them. Well, apparently they were in a couple different episodes then, but the puzzles, such a unique idea. And again, it's not necessarily unique in card games, period, because, again, I've played games with this concept before, but not in this game. So the fact that they introduced it to this expansion, I really, really like. Challenge level of the puzzles was, I'm going to admit, a bit weak. I would expect to see something harder. Maybe the puzzles are changed on the master difficulty to change them up and make them more challenging. The matches themselves, the complexity of the matches, the lane effects, the overall challenge level, like, I died a couple times, and it was only a few times, I think. Like, if I go back and rewatch, I'll have to see how many it was. I don't think it was a tremendous amount. It was enough to be noticeable, right? Like, I only died once or twice in all of Fall of the Dark Brotherhood. I don't think I lost any matches in Forgotten Heroes. So I've improved my card collection, and I got to play my own decks playing through this, and I still died a handful of times. So, the challenge level, I think, was much better even for normal. I'm assuming that master, I might even be underclassed to play master, depending upon the cards in my collection. Again, I unlocked all the cards in Fall of the Dark Brotherhood and Clockwork City, and I still think that I'm probably underclassed. Like I said, before I finished this expansion, I played quite a few ranked games and just got absolutely wrecked by decks. I lost like 6 or 7, maybe more games in a row without even it being a balanced game. And I'm not too proud to admit that I just got wrecked. So in terms of overall gameplay, I think that this expansion was excellent. Between the puzzles, again, the lane effects, Episode 2 alone was probably worth the money. Episode 6, the individual missions where we had to build decks to specifically tech against those three matches, those 3 opponents, that was also really, really, really great. Let's talk about the cards, because I think you pay your $20 for, like I said, a blend. And I mentioned this in the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood, how you pay your $20 and yeah, you get really good gameplay out of the 40 or so matches or whatever it is, but at the end of the day, you're really doing it because you want to play in ranked play, right? PvP. That's what this is all about. And that's what every card game is about. Not to play against the AI, to take your cards and play them against other people and their cards. So, what did I think of the cards in Clockwork City? My hunch is that they were weak, okay? Let's look through the legendaries just as an example of what I mean. And I'm going to use Dark Brotherhood as a point of reference for this. Garnog, because I remember that's the way they pronounced it in the story. Garnog, for an aggro deck that's looking to hedge against control and mid-range decks, Garnog is excellent. It has breakthrough, first of all, so you get a 4/5 with breakthrough for 4, which is good anyway. It's well statted, and it puts a halt on what your opponents, your mid-range or control opponents are trying to do. Spear Tyrannus, I think, is total crap. I already said that. I never actually got a chance to play this card, but again, there's just too many other things in the 10-drop spot in the deck that you would want to put him in that he seems weak. So we're kind of like one pretty good and one really bad. Black Dragon is insane. 4 for a 5/5 is just straight up good in the 4-drop spot, right? Like, what else are you doing on 4 in yellow? Hive Defender? 3/6 with guard, also great, but just this one of, it's immune to lethal. Like, there have been more than one time where I'll be playing my Telvanni jank deck with Astrid and Sanctuary Pet and whatever, and somebody will land a Black Dragon, and I'll just be like, damn, I don't have an answer to that card. 5 toughness actually makes a difference. This is another example of, if this was a 5/4, it would be so much worse than the fact that it's a 5/5. This I would consider to be an excellent, highly playable card. Astrid, come on. Every single green deck that you see runs Astrid. 3 for a 2/3 with lethal is just good enough on its own because of how powerful lethal is. And the fact that you get completed contracts, like, I've played Astrid before on the same turn that I've played a Territorial Viper and immediately gotten value. If Astrid goes unchecked, I think one game I got 4 contracts out of having Astrid alive. It just fuels your late game. It helps you get to your Eclipse Baroness on turn 6 instead of on turn 8. Incredible value in this legendary. Cicero is a bit of a tempo loss when you play him, right? It's 6 for a 1/6, but he can have 1 power because it has lethal, so he kills anything he touches. The draw 2 cards ability is insane. Drawing cards in a game is a win condition. It's, again, for anyone who's played Magic and knows what I'm talking about, when your opponent lands that Sphinx's Rev for 5 or 6 and you just sit there thinking, damn, I just lost, all they did was draw cards, right? They didn't do anything else. They didn't put any power on board. They didn't do any damage to your life total. You know, the only thing that changed is that now they have more resources than you do. And I don't think that enough people understand. I mean, maybe they do, honestly. But card advantage in card games is a win condition. And I'm saying that as an absolute statement. If your deck fizzles and your opponent's deck doesn't, they're more likely to win than you are because they have resources and you don't. So the fact that this draws 2 cards if it connects is huge, and the fact that you can put this in the same lane as another creature that's kind of already served its purpose and get value out of this, even if your opponent doesn't have a card that you can attack into. So Cicero is a bit conditional. At the very least, Cicero draws removal, whether it be something as simple as an execute, or whether it be a silence effect or a javelin or something. Like, all the cards so far, with the exception of Tyrannus, draw removal. Garnog, Black Dragon, Astrid, Cicero, every single one of them draws removal, and they're just good cards. And then you have Shadowmere, which I don't ever see getting play. Night Mother, which I haven't actually put into a Slay deck yet, but I have seen someone use this against me. I was able to use my Shadowfen Priest to destroy this before they were able to go off with it. They still won that game, though, just because they were able to use the Night Mother to get so many Slay benefits with the other synergy in their deck. So, you know, this is kind of a gimmicky, only goes in one type of deck kind of card, but in general, I was really impressed with the legendaries in this set. Let's look at Clockwork City, because that's what we're all about here, right? Aldora is bad because really you're just putting a 3/3 body out, and sometimes if it survives a turn, or if you play it on the same turn that you can draw another card, you get another 1/1 body. This seems like a card that if it wasn't a unique legendary would actually see a lot of play. If you just had 3 of these in a deck and all 3 of them could, you know, summon a Skywag, or any 3 of them, like if one of them died and you played another one and then drew into something like buff the Skywag or something, I could see this actually being super playable. The fact that it's a unique and so conditional just seems bad. I'm not going to lie. I've never played this, and I don't even think I would. Loneth is great. There's not much else to say here. This is a control card. You cannot put this in any deck besides a control deck. There's a rumor going around that this combos with that other card that just got nerfed. I don't know how that combo works because I haven't seen it in action. Nixox, that's what it was. So apparently this combos with Nixox, and it makes it, and you can kind of just go off if you have all the pieces. But you know, I see this card and I don't necessarily think combo. I definitely think control. This is you know, find what you need to address the current problem on the board, or you know, just a win condition if you're in a tight match or whatever. This card has been really, really, really cool to use, and it's another one of those cards that you see your opponent play it and you're like, damn, now I got to deal with not only a 6/6 on board, but a card that they wanted from their deck. They obviously picked something that's going to be really good for them in this current position. So it just forces you to deal with two things, two threats at the same time. That's really powerful. The Mechanical Heart, I've never played. It won a game against me. I don't know if it's good. I just unlocked it, so I might, you know, experiment and play with it on my own. I think, you know, again, life gain in card games like this, I generally think is overrated. Some of the decks in this game, though, are just so aggressive. And again, there's no interaction. Like in Magic, you have interaction. Your opponents might play really aggressive cards against you, but you've got interrupts. You've got ways that you can deal with their aggression on their turn, react to what you're doing. This game doesn't have that. Aggro in this game is positioned extremely, extremely, extremely well because of the lack of interaction. If you're playing a mid-range or a control deck and you're having trouble against aggro decks, this might actually be what you need to keep you in the game. But then again, you have to take a turn off to play it. So is that really that great? I don't think so. Sales for Storms is cool. And I say Sales for Storms is cool because again, you play a 5/5 for 6, which is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. But Sales for Storms basically is a dead card unless she connects, right? And cards that don't do anything unless, you know, you keep them alive for a turn, or they're a little bit conditional like this, are not great. After I put this video up, the very next video I'm going to upload is going to be from like 2 weeks ago when I was playing my Telvanni Jank deck before it was even really well built. It was right after I unlocked Sales for Storms. And it's kind of a feature game of the value that I was able to get off of Sales for Storms, so I know that it is possible. So my overall analysis of this card is that it's either super hit or super miss. You either connect with it a bunch of times and punish your opponent hard and draw, you know, creatures from your deck. Because even if you draw a really low powered creature, you're still getting it for free, and free cards are better than not free cards. The other good thing about this card is that I've noticed that when I play it, my opponents perceive it as such a powerful threat that they will immediately do anything possible in their turn to prevent this from pilfering, which also is good. So even if you just play this on 6 as a tempo play and essentially put your opponent back a turn, that's also fine. Like, tempo plays midway through the game are completely fine, especially if your opponent dedicates multiple resources to preventing this card from connecting. That's another reason why this card is good. Because, yeah, your opponent just immediately perceives it. I've never played this and my opponent wasn't like, shit, Sales for Storms, I got to do something about this immediately. That's just the kind of reaction people have when you play this card. I think that's fine. I probably would have the same reaction myself. Because, yeah, you just don't want your opponent getting free stuff. So, overall, the power level of Sales for Storms, I think, is decent. It is a bit conditional, but I think it's probably worth running in a lot of green decks. Galen is great. I originally was on the fence about Galen, and the reason I was on the fence is because, again, if you take a deck of, you know, let's just say 75 cards, right, and you shuffle 3 more cards into it, you're diluting it. So the math at first is like, all right, well, now you're thinning out your draws, but if you're playing 75 cards that you already want to play, and you just cycle 3 more cards in that you want to play, then it's actually really good because you just have that much higher percentage chance of drawing one of those cards. And again, I've seen a lot of people drop this on turn 3, and I don't even know if this card is best played on turn 3. Like, I've had this card in my hand sometimes until turn 6 or turn 7 when I draw that one card that's really, really good in my matchup. And I know, okay, this is the card that I want to shuffle more copies into my deck because I want to have more of those for this matchup. So I see a lot of people, I think, play this card a bit prematurely because they're just like, okay, I can shuffle 3 more things in, but just shuffling 3 more of anything in isn't as good as shuffling 3 more, really great things in. I've also seen a control deck shuffle 3 copies of Marak in, which, by the way, doesn't suck. And then we have Mechanar, which I already talked about in this same video, and Assemble Titan, which really only synergizes with other factotums. This is the definition of, gimmicky conditional card. So, as we go through, this is unplayable, good, we're 1-1, 1-1-1, 2-1-1, 3-1-1, kind of like 3-1-3. So out of the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out of the 7 legendaries in this set, I would consider 3 of those 7 to be good, playable. Whereas, again, in Fall of the Dark Brotherhood, I considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minimum 4, but 5 to be playable. I might be nitpicking a bit here, but I think that the Clockwork City legendaries are weaker overall. Let's look at epics, shall we? Hunter Killers, terrible. I'm not even going to talk about why this card is bad. Anyone who reads this knows it's bad. Memory Wraith is conditional. If you are playing against a strategy that is not a reanimation strategy, you're just playing a 5/5 for 5. That's not good. You don't want to be doing that in a game. And especially since this is a rare card, right? This isn't just a common or an uncommon. This is a rare. So it's super conditional. And there's some games where this probably is going to be a boss. Like, I've seen people play purple green decks where they cycle their Purple Shout and their bats, and they kind of just go off, but I don't see that a lot. Like, I don't see a lot of people in this game playing graveyard strategies. So Memory Wraith, again, maybe if the meta shifts, it would be really, really powerful, but right now, it just kind of seems bad. Reconstruction Engine is bad. Activate, give a friendly creature -1/-1, and summon a 1/1 reconstructed spider. I'm sorry, it's just too easy to kill creatures in this game if you weaken them. Like, what are you doing with a 1/1 reconstructed spider? I don't know. I've never seen anyone use this effectively in a deck. I've never seen anyone use it period in a deck, let alone effectively. So, like, we have three rares in a row that are bad. Cog Collector. I tried using this card. At the most I ever connected was twice, so I got a 2-drop neutral creature. And again, it's just the Pilfer mechanic is so interesting to me because some of the Pilfer creatures are extremely powerful. Like that Goblin that draws the 0-cost cards from your deck, holy shit. When that card goes off, forget it. When my opponent plays that card, I know I've got to do something about it or they're just getting value. I don't feel the same way about this Cog Collector. Again, I feel like we're kind of 0 for 4 in rares. Hollow Death Priest, very good. When I unlocked this card in the game, I went on. I basically had a 10-minute conversation with myself about why I thought this card was good. I suggest you just find that and watch it. Basically, it gives you interaction in a game that has relatively none. The stats aren't great, but the effect is insane. Starsung Bard is trash. Clockwork Dragon is insane. Brass Arquebus seems like trash. Dwarven Colossus at 11 seems unplayable. Like, you got to be able to do better things at this point in the game than just play an 11-11. I don't know. That's just me. So we've got, again, 2 out of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 out of 9 rares that I think are good. And, very playable. Ratway Prospector is trash. You're never doing all this. At the most, it's just bait for Firebolt or Execute. This is bad. When I read this card, I was like, why would you want to destroy all the creatures except for the most powerful? Wouldn't you want to destroy the most powerful? And you do that for 5? Come on. These cards I'm very intrigued about. I think that of all the... let's return here, and we'll move on to yellow. Phalanx Exemplar, I think, is excellent. I've had it used against me. It's a very strong card. Obviously, have not used it myself. I think it's great. It's very well statted. 5 for a 5/6 with guard. On turn, you go from, think about it. If you're playing like a yellow-purple combination, you go from Barrowstalker on turn 2 to Dark Guardian on turn 3 to Hive Defender on turn 4 to Phalanx Exemplar on turn 5. Not only are they good against aggressive strategies, but they're just pretty well statted cards in general, and you just kind of curve out. It's sort of the anti-aggro package, if you will. Very, very good. Mechanar's Will, 5 for this effect. I didn't think was good when I read it the first time. I still don't think it's good now. Daring Heist is trash. I pulled it off once in a game, for anyone who's wondering. Not a PvP game, an AI game. And I didn't even need to. I just did it for fun, just to actually be able to say, I played Daring Heist, and it worked. Back Alley Rogue, trash. Barrowstalker is great. Barrowstalker is very good. Like I said, it's the same as, there's a willpower creature, I think Kvatch Soldier is what it's called. It's the same stats, 2 for a 2/3 with guard, but this has drain, so in a vacuum, it's strictly better. Brasilisk, complete garbage. Dumpster card. Dumpster tier card. Fabricate, I haven't actually used. I feel like this would be really, really, really good in Arena. I'm not going to lie, because this could just give you a card in Arena that's way more powerful than any other card in either yours or your opponent's decks. It gives you the opportunity to get something that you otherwise would not, be able to pick. Scivatron just seems bad. I got blown out by this card against the AI, because of a gimmick, but, 3 for a 2/2, it's susceptible to summon effects, really hard. You need to get the Skeever thing going for this to work. Treasure Map is so conditional with this treasure hunt thing. Like, for 3, yeah, it's 1/1, you draw a card, but I think I'd rather almost just play Tome of Alteration at that point. For 1 more, I get 2/2 and draw a card. And it's amazing what that extra point of damage will actually do. Dragon Aspect as a shout is interesting. The shout package I only played 1 time, and it was in the match that was designed for it. So, Abandoned Imperfect, it's like, okay, if you're gonna play colorless cards, this is alright. I already talked about this, how it's kind of just like suspending an Awakened Imperfect for 3 turns, and then Awakened Imperfect, like 8 for an 8/8 with Breakthrough and Guard. Hold on a hot second. All rarities, legendary, all sets. 8 for an 8/8 with Breakthrough and Guard. The look on my face is, so why? Alright, so now we're back at blue, which is Throne Aligned and Excavate. Excavate, I really kind of want to see if I can get some support synergy going. There are really powerful supports in this game, but the problem is there's only a couple of them. So I think if you're going to play a support deck, you can't be playing a 3-color deck because it just dilutes the odds that you're going to draw your supports way, 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 way too much. Throne Aligned, I believe I did play this in my Arena run just to give something 3/3 and guard for 2. Like, that's really good. Like, imagine if there was just a creature that was for 2, you get a 3/3 with guard. that's a really good creature. I mean, I think that creature would see play. So, and again, if you just put this on something with Ward, or like imagine putting this on a Ward Crafter. Now you have a 5/4 with Guard and Ward. Seems good to me. So the blue cards, I think that there's some okay playable ones here. Trash, maybe a playable here. Very good. Trash. Very good. Kind of trash. And that brings us to the common cards. But you see the theme here? I've been using the word trash an awful lot. Like, Firepot Spider is trash. Relic Hunter is, again, like the treasure hunt mechanic. I've never seen anyone use it. If no one ever uses it, then it can't possibly be that good. I played enough games in PvP at this point that if this mechanic was good, I probably would have seen it. Never have seen it. Maybe someone just needs to break it, honestly, but I don't know. If you have a colorless card and play, silence another creature. Silence effects in this game are very strong. I will say that. But again, it's super conditional. You need to build a deck with enough colorless creatures to pull this off. And we didn't even have the opportunity to play this Tribunal Factotum deck that I built, by the way. So, I built this because I thought the blue, the yellow, and the purple Fabricant cards were just better. But silencing as an effect is really good, I will say that. Grappling Hook doesn't seem great. Scroll Seeker is bad. This card is bad. Reverberating Strike, I tried to play in a control deck a few times, and it was underwhelming to me. It underperformed. I don't know why. Maybe because it was 3 just to do 3 damage, because a lot of the time my opponent didn't have duplicates out, so I was basically just paying 3 to do 3 damage, and it had to go to a creature. So at that point I say, why not play Crushing Blow, right? Because you can pay 3 to do 3 damage to a single target creature, or you can just go to the dome, right, and close out a game. So I have to say Reverberating Strike, although I was excited about playing this in a control shell, it underperformed for me. So, and this I think is probably the best Fabricant just because it gives you an action, and I like playing actions. So that's personal preference. Here's some support synergy. So, we're seeing more of that. What do I think of the rest of these cards? This is alright. It's not great. Gaining Life is alright. It's not great. At the 4-drop spot in yellow, you've got Hive Defender and you've got Black Dragon. Why are you playing Rift and Lawkeeper? That's the problem with this card. It's not that it's actually bad. I mean, I think it's reasonably playable. It's just that you've got better options in the 4-drop spot. Clockwork Apostle for 7, you get a 3/3 that buffs something else. I have seen this card close out games in some decks. I'm not gonna lie. Plus, it leaves a body, so there's that. But overall, is it great? I don't think so. In Arena, this card is probably a bomb. If you have the opportunity to take this in Arena and just blow out your opponent with this 4/4 buff at the end of the game, I say do it. Trash. Maybe trash. We're going to talk about Clockwork Scorpion because I think it's one of the single highest power level cards in this entire expansion. I'm not being dramatic. I think it's that good. Murkwater Guide, Treasure Hunt, 0 cost card, put a copy of the treasure in your hand. I really wanted to try this in the deck with that Goblin Skulk to see if I can get some 0 cost synergy going. I haven't actually been able to pull it off. The problem with this card is that it's a 4/2, so it dies real easy to Firebolt. If this was a 4/3, I think it'd be a lot better, but I also think you can't have a 4/3 at 3 too often because that's just really aggressively statted, plus it has an ability. I could be wrong. This is trash. That is trash. That is trash. That is okay. I mean, come on. That is trash. The Factotums, I haven't had the opportunity to play with them yet. My hunch is that they're not great. Again, you have to draw them in order to make this work. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus the legendary. So there's 13. So even if you only play a 50 card deck, a little over 20% of your deck is these factotums, right? That's not great. You have to fill your deck with other stuff that does things, because you can't rely on the factotum synergy to always work, right? If you just don't draw any, then you don't draw any. And this is one of those things where the more you draw, the better they are. So if you only draw one all game, like if you only draw one of these things, and you have a 1/3 out, that's pretty bad, right? Now let's talk about Clockwork Scorpion. In my rant about Hallowed Death Priest, excuse me while I readjust here, Hallowed Death Priest, I talked about cards that come out and you're like, damn, I really don't want to be playing against that card. Clockwork Scorpion is that card. Now I get that it costs 6 to play, so it doesn't happen right away, but let's talk about what makes this card good. And I think that anyone who's played it or played against it knows that it's good. First of all, its stats. You get 6 for a 3/7, so it's 10 total power and stats. So, you know, it's a 5/5 essentially. But it's really quite good. And the reason is because it dodges execute, it doesn't die to lightning bolt. So, you know, and it also does not die to lightning bolt plus firebolt, which I think is a big deal. Like, if this was a 4/6, I think it would be worse than the fact that it's a 3/7. And I know that that's just a super, super, super minor distinction, just readjusting a stat point. But the fact that this survives lightning bolt plus firebolt makes it very, very strong. And the 7 toughness thing is just really great, because let's just look at, let's just filter all sets real fast and look at some of like the legendary creatures, right? Like, this doesn't kill it, that doesn't kill it, that doesn't kill it, that does. Oh, you know what? I should probably do this for better effect. But like, look at what actually kills it. Blood Dragon doesn't kill it. Wood Orc Headhunter doesn't kill it. This doesn't kill it. We could go through the list. Find something that has 7 attack in this game. I'll wait. Even really good statted cards like Ankano, Loneth, the Black Dragon, you know, Vivek, once you exalt him, does kill it, but, you know, you're also paying 8 for that, so, you know, but the point is that this Scorpion, let me go to my 6 drops real fast. Oops. This Scorpion survives a ton. And it has Drain and Lethal. So every creature that you trade into it dies. If you have a creature with 4 toughness and you trade it into this, it dies. It incentivizes you to trade into this creature. The other reason why this creature is so good is because of, and I know everyone knows where I'm going at this point, Unstoppable Rage, yes. Clockwork Scorpion and Unstoppable Rage is very good, because you either want to use Unstoppable Rage on one of, 3 targets. Something with Lethal, something with Drain, or something with Breakthrough. And the fact that Clockwork Scorpion checks off 2 of those boxes all at once is even better, because you're going to kill everything that it hits, and you're going to gain life and get yourself right back in the game. So, yeah, just excellent, excellent, excellent power level card, both in constructed play and arena play. I don't think I could say enough good things about this card. I'm happy I unlocked it, because I'm going to put it in my green decks, and I'm definitely going to take this Dagoth Rage Jank deck and try to make it a legitimate Rage deck now, since I have Clockwork Scorpion and some other cards to synergize with it. So, but overall, I have to say, with the exception of a couple, what I would consider to be really good cards, let me go all rarities. We're just going to go back to the Clockwork City expansion and just run through real fast. We're going to count. I don't really think any of these red cards are playable. Not a single red card here I think is very playable. I'm seeing, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, definitely 4, 5, 6, 7. Purple is the real winner here. Green was the winner in Fall of the Dark Brotherhood. Purple is the real winner. You've got 3 highly playable cards in purple. And then a bunch of jank and colorless. Clockwork Dragon, I think, is probably the best colorless card in this whole set in a vacuum, both in Constructed and in Arena. And if we look at Dark Brotherhood, the green cards, you've got Astrid, Brotherhood Slayer, Sanctuary Pet, and Eclipse Baroness, which all see heavy Constructed play. And then again, there's that Brotherhood Sanctuary card, which if you somehow are able to get a Slay synergy going, is just a boss. So, the short bit of this rant, they sort of, too long didn't read, is I felt like the gameplay in the Clockwork City expansion was excellent. I felt like the card rewards were on the weaker side. And again, in a game where you're investing $20 for essentially replayability, to leave with only maybe a handful of cards that offer that replayability is, in my opinion, not enough. All right, that's my feedback. And again, it's only my opinion. But if you look at the playability of a lot of cards in like the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood, look at this: constructed playable, constructed playable, constructed playable, constructed playable, constructed playable, constructed playable. 6 out of the 7 options constructed playable. And blue is kind of total ass. Maybe Corsair ship. Constructed playable. Oh god. Constructed playable. Constructed playable. Multiple yellow options. We already talked about the value you get in green here. Even though red has more constructed playable cards than green, I think that these green cards are just better. Constructed playable. Constructed playable. Constructed playable. Falkreath Defiler is a maybe. In the Slay deck, he's a boss. And then, you get maybe half a constructed playable card here. But you get my point. There's just a lot of them. So yeah, I've ranted a bit about this, but I think it's important after playing an expansion like this and actually seeing the cards to offer some feedback. Now, I will admit, I haven't had the opportunity to actually play with all of these cards yet, so some of my impressions may be premature, not even going to lie. That said, I think they could have done better. So, and that concludes my thoughts. For anyone who made it through this whole rant, this whole analysis, who just wanted to hear what I had to say, I'm a month in. I made it all the way to rank 6 in my first month. I'm going to try to get to rank 5 for 2 copies of the reward card, even though I don't think it's very good. It'd just be cool to say that I got there the first month I played in mostly casual gaming mode. I unlocked a ton of cards. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is the puzzle sets from Houses of Morrowind. So after this Let's Play series, look forward to seeing those. Well, we've reached the end. I'm done rambling. Thank you very much for watching this Let's Play series. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed playing, and I enjoyed recording it for everyone. Please excuse all the misplays, and take care. I will see you in the next video series.